Hey, what's going on YouTube? Cardfight King here. Just coming back with another Digimon deck profile. So today I wanted to go over my Lilithmon, Eyesmon kind of rush deck that I went undefeated with for first place at my locals a few days ago. Um, I didn't really know what to expect going into the tournament. Honestly, I was a little bit dejected with the format because I don't really vibe with hybrids like that. Maybe that's different for some people, but I'm gonna try to force myself to. But I don't really vibe with hybrids like that. I've actually had a lot more fun updating, decks, with a lot of the support that's come out with it that we were playing in the past. So, I wanted to give this Lilith Eyesmon rush a try because I felt like Eyesmon really carries purple as a color just from a base, giving it that aggression it needs, but also the discarding and drawing that it wants to have at an accelerated pace. And it worked out very well. This deck has a lot of different combos with it. I got another deck pro just like this, but it's a much updated, kind of focuses more in on the Eyesmon, but I'll definitely get that one out to you guys. I wanted to show you guys what I was able to win with, and we'll go from there. So obviously we got the 4 copies of the Digimon. This is the only egg I played, just Digimon egg. Just wanted that consistency in having my best egg available to me. Played 1 copy of Impmon, 2 copies of Labramon, 2 copies of Gazimon, 3 copies of the draw. This is the on attack draw 1 Gabumon, and then 4 copies of the on deletion draw 2 trash 1 Gabumon. So for this rookie lineup, the 1 copy of Impmon just to grab, you can grab your Lilithmon back in the trash if you need it. Just it lets you do trash 1, and you can also trash, you could trash an Eyesmon, trash an Eyesmon, grab Lilith, revive Eyesmon. Again, this plays the same role on attack. Trash a card, draw a card, trash a card. You can trash the Eyesmon, comes back out. The same thing on play. You can draw a card, trash a card, and then this card, draw 2, trash 1. This card is really key for the deck because it's the kind of just like I told you in the Build Star deck profile. This is the draw 6, trash 4, and he's part of the combo, him, Tamer, and Eyesmon scatter mode. So that's it. And then obviously the Gazimons for the Bokomons and any other things. I don't really run purple decks without Gazimon ever. Gazimon is at least a staple for me at least 2. For the level 4s, I'm running 3 copies of Genkaku Promote, 1 copy of Lilithmon, and then obviously the Eyesmon package here, the 4 scatter mode and 4 regular Eyesmon. So you have the Eyesmon package here, draw 3, discard 2. When this is in the trash, as long as this card is as long as you have at least 1 copy of Scatterman in the trash, anytime you ditch Eyesmon from your hand, you can bring it back to the board, and then he gets power plus 2,000 during your turn for each scatter mode in your trash. So this guy is really good. And there is obviously a reason as to why this card is getting hit to 1. Obviously there's the Chimeramon plays in set 8 that you can do with the new Chimeramon. But I mean, even in this set, this guy coming out having bodies, and then the reason why I play the 3 promotes is, just so we can see promote often. So when you do revive him, he does have stomach sickness, but you could Digiwall for 1 into promote and then start getting your swings. And this is a lot of this is really like how you're going to win games is a combination of both of these cards. And then the 1 copy of Lilithmon, because we do play Tamers in here, and I wanted another method just to sneak out another attack, and just as another alternative method of getting another attack out and possibly closing out the game. So that's why we have the 1 Lilithmon. This actually did win me, I think in my against Jessmon. I swung out, had nothing left, and then I had my Mimi Tamer, went into Lilithmon and won the game. For my level 5s, we're playing the werewolf. We're playing the Cerberusmon package, so we're playing the 4 werewolf mode and the 4 Cerberusmon. So the idea with the Cerberusmon package is kind of like a risk reward type of thing, right? That I was kind of going for. So with the Cerberusmon, when on deletion you draw 2, trash 1, right? So this can combo really well with your Eyesmon. You know, you can draw 2, trash 1, and trash the Eyesmon, bring the Eyesmon to board, and then you can like Digivolve on top of it, or you know, whatever else you need to do with it. But this combo here really works out kind of well because you can swing with the Cerberusmon if it lives secure check, and in a meta with hybrid, especially against like yellow hybrid, this definitely has a little bit of a higher chance of living, especially if they go very Tamer heavy. You know, this can live, so you can get your attack in, then you can drop the werewolf mode, destroy this, get at least the draw 2, trash 1, and then you have werewolf mode who has rush, who can swing for another attack. And if you do, you know, pop this out, you can still put an Eyesmon to the board, and then maybe Digivolve into a promote, and then you'll have 2 attacks to go off. So that's why I kind of like this this werewolf mode Cerberusmon Eyesmon package, because you know, it was just something that was aggressive and kind of just fits the theme for you know how this format is going. I think a lot of decks are really kind of going away from blockers and things like that, going for a little bit more aggression. Maybe we'll see blockers return. There are some people who definitely stand by blockers, and you know, I'm somebody who definitely still believes in blockers can change, you know, the game, especially against some of these really aggressive decks with like low end on power. So don't give up on blockers, but I wanted this deck to be a lot faster when it came to dealing damage and not require you to just, you know, set up till late game and then your opponent just kind of gets what they need to get. And then level 6s. So level 6s, I ran the gorgeous, beautiful Lilithmon. I've had, you know, obviously Lilithmon since the first set, BT 1.0, I think, is when she came out. Yeah, and yeah, love Lilithmon. Y'all know what she does. When you activate the option card, you gain 2 memory, and then 10 or more in trash. You can, when you digivolve into her, you grab 2 option cards. She's really strong in this deck too. Now it's a card that you're not going to go into much, right? Let me show you the other 6 before I continue, which is Nidhoggmon. So Nidhogg, really, he's in this deck for you. When you discard him, you gain a memory. But if you're in a really bad situation and you do digivolve into him, you can discard a card to pop a level 4 lower Digimon on your opponent's board, right? Now the thing is that you're not going to really go into Lilithmon a lot, okay? Because most of the time you're swinging with your scatter modes, you're swinging with your Cerberusmons, you're just pelting your opponent's security, and Lilithmon really was just there because I wanted to have the option to go into a loop. So then there's sometimes where it's like, all right, you know, I don't really have the setup I need, you know, don't have the Eyesmon the trash, don't really get the scatter mode and things like that. Well, it's okay, you know, maybe let's digivolve up into Lilithmon. We can maybe go into a Zwart or something like that, and then, you know, start building a board and kind of go from there, right? You know, just give us a little bit of that old school Lilith loop feel in a way. But that's really what her main role in here was just to really recycle the Jack raid so I can continue to combo off with Calling from Darkness and things like that. But again, I only went into her maybe once all day, and that was just to grab 2 Jack raids and pass turn. And then I ran 3 copies of Zwart. I think I went into Zwart that same game I went into Lilithmon, mostly just to really build a board past turn because I wasn't seeing what I needed to see, and also get the mill off. But most of the time he was discarded. He was honestly a brick. I would definitely cut him down to 2. But yeah, honestly, he was a brick. He wasn't really doing too much for me at all. Mostly got discarded the whole day, and I wish he was a different card, honestly. Onto the Tamers. So for the Tamers, ran 2 copies of Madashita and 1 copy of Mimi. Mimi is extremely clutch in this deck, and playing how the decks, how decks that involve Lilithmon and usage of options, because you know, for me playing Beelstar, options are like my favorite thing to use in this game, really. And from utilizing a lot more options, things like that, Mimi is such a clutch card. Having your Calling from Darkness cost nothing, giving your Jack Rate, basically making Jack Rate give you an extra memory back, or even to stun your opponent. Like if they want to go, you know, you choke them at one, they want to use the Atomic Inferno card to give the extra security attack and then go to 0 and then swing. Well, this card is like, okay, you can go to 0, but then I'm gonna tap her, so I'm gonna take that extra away from you. So Mimi, you know, I've never really liked Mimi like that, but now that I've started to use her a lot more, and I've gotten more experience with using some of these options, and I have more of a low end as well. I'm really starting to love the usage of Mimi, and you're gonna see that in my next kind of profile as well. But those are the only tamers that I was running. And then for the option cards, one Underworld's Call, you know, again, it's a good discard target to draw one, and you know, late game when you want to revive like a promote or something, you can use Underworld's Call. 2 copies of Call from the Darkness, my absolute favorite option card this set. You delete one of your Digimon, then return up to 2 purple Digimon cards from your trash to your hand. So this can, like, for instance, you can delete your scatter mode, add 2 Eyesmon to your hand, then use Scatter Mode's ability to draw 3 trash 2, and basically bring both of those Eyesmon back to the board. So this can grab you any 2 purple Digimon, and if you don't have a Digimon to delete, that's okay, because you do as much when you play this card. You do as much as you can, so you can play this for 1 and grab 2 and just grab 2 Digimon. So that's really strong as well. And then last cards in the deck, obviously I run 3 copies of Jack Raid. I kind of want to go to 4. I wanted to go to 4 copies of Jack Raid. This card was super clutch today. Gave me all the memory I needed to extend combos. A lot of what you're doing with the memory is extending your combos with Calling from Darkness, with Scatter Mode, with Promote, things like that. Again, you're not really going up into Zord, but that's okay. If you do happen to, you know, your Cerberus werewolf mode lives or something like that, you can go into Lilith, grab your Jack Raids, and then start doing things from there with the Jack Raid Lilith, and you guys know how that story ends. But that's the deck profile, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the explanations for why I run certain things here. Again, this is what I use to go undefeated and get first place in my locals. I'm going to definitely be making a lot of changes to this deck based upon my experience, just so I can speed this kind of like Eyesmon turbo deck up. You know, yes, the card is getting banned, but or limited to 1. So, but right, I'm gonna abuse it while I got it. You know what I mean? But I got a lot more stuff for you. I got some new Lilithmon stuff I'm testing. I got again another version of this deck that I'm very, very happy with, and I'm practicing with right now. So definitely stay tuned for more. But this has been Cardfight King, and we're out.